Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop. On today's review, we take a look at the Hot Toys Wonder Woman Training Armor version. I'll be scoring this figure in 6 categories: accessories, articulation, design, is it essential to your collection, functionality, and price. Once the scores are totaled, I'll be giving you my opinion if this is a pass or a purchase. So Diana comes with a base and a blade that mounts to the top of the base, such as this. So let's take a look at the blade itself. The blade is very detailed. I'm going to see if I can, up there's a clearer picture. There are actually inscriptions on the inside of the blade. She comes with a bow. The bow actually has a string, which you can draw back. She comes with 3 arrows. She comes with 2 additional gauntlets, which are translucent. She comes with this. She comes with 3 pair of interchangeable hands, 1 sort of relaxed hand, 2 gripping hands, 1 hand for the arrow, and 2 fisted hands. And she also comes with a base. I nearly forgot, she also comes with a shield. One of the straps on my shield broke. You can see the extra glue that I put on the inside to seal it back. So the head is able to look all the way down. It's able to turn both sides. It's not able to look up at all. With the arms, they're able to extend. Well, that's it. I wouldn't rotate the arm more than that. If you can see from here, you see the crease. And Hot Toys is not known for seamless bodies, so I'm scared to stretch it beyond that point. The arm has no bicep cut, no bicep swivels, no swivels in the forearms. The wrist is able to rotate, hinge up, hinge down. There's no upper torso movement, no lower torso movement either, and there's no waist movement. The figure legs move a little bit, but that's about it. The legs are able to extend all the way out. She's able to do a full 360. You're able to kick the leg forward that much, backwards that much. The leg rotates at the top. There's no other cuts. The knees appear to be double jointed, but it's just so stiff. I'm scared to push it beyond that point. There's no movement in the lower legs except for the ankles, which are able to go up, down, and they are not able to pivot side to side. So for accessories, I gave this a 7 out of 10. Wonder Woman comes with a decent amount of accessories, and all the accessories, look fantastic. I, however, deducted points for them not being die cast. I also deducted points for the singular head sculpt that comes with the figure. I want to make a correction that I made earlier regarding the articulation. She is able to move at the waist, she's able to turn left, and she's able to turn right. So as far as articulation, I gave this figure a 4 out of 10. She is very limited in her posing. And for this to be an action figure of the caliber as Wonder Woman, she should be able to go into more poses. So for design, I'm going to give this figure an 8 out of 10, and here is why. She looks beautiful. And even though she's not in her gold and red and blue, she still looks like Wonder Woman. I think of our picture at Amazon, they did a great job of capturing her, in her traditional clothing, and she looks fantastic. The weapons are also done beautifully, engraved, it's nice scope work. The one area that hurt this figure, that dropped it to an 8 instead of a 10, are the ankles. That unsightly ball hinge that has the screw on the inside. It looks awful. Aside from that, this figure, however, is done very well. The flesh tone looks very good. The eyes, the lips are all done well. The sculpted hair looks fantastic. I like the material that they use for the dress. Not sure how to describe it. It feels sort of like paper, but it works very well. It's movable. The straps also look good. The gauntlets on the arm, if you can see that bluish color, you can see some damage. That looks fantastic. So is this figure essential to your collection? Let's take a look at a few things. Starting with the first, this is not the only offering for a Wonder Woman figure by Hot Toys. There are at least 2 other versions. So in the event if you miss out on Wonder Woman, you still have an opportunity to score a Wonder Woman figure. Let's look at the differences with those 2 figures. One is the traditional Wonder Woman that most people are used to. The blue, the gold. This one is very different. Still screams powerful woman, still screams Wonder Woman, but in a completely different attire with some new accessories. So the figures are different enough, in my opinion, to want to own both. One version has rooted hair. As you can see, the hair on this one is sculpted. One has the blue and red outfit. This one has a traditional bronze goldish with some silver accents. However, if I only had the option of having one Wonder Woman in my figure, as gorgeous as this piece is, it would not be this selection. I would go with her traditional clothing, and I would want Wonder Woman to be the Wonder Woman that I know, that I recognize. So I'm going to give this figure a 6 out of 10. So for functionality, I scored this figure pretty low, and here's why. It all starts with what makes the figure beautiful, and it's the seamless body. While it looks fantastic, that's about all that it is. You can't do much with the body as far as posing is concerned. Wonder Woman comes with some great accessories. However, due to the limited body that she has, you're unable to get her in a lot or really any action poses. In addition to the limited body, one thing that has plagued Hot Toys, and it's not just with this Wonder Woman figure, it's the wrist pegs. The hands on this figure continues to fall off. I am completely unsure why Hot Toys has not incorporated what Sideshow does. Their figures, the hands, the removable hands come with pegs attached to them. It makes it easier to remove and to insert. It's not the easiest to put the hands back onto the pegs because of the gauntlet. So it's some finagling that you have to do in order to get it to fit. So for functionality, I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. So this figure is priced at $235 before shipping. So for pricing, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Here are the positives. The figure looks great. Also, the figure comes with a lot of accessories. The negatives: the lack of articulation, the single head scope, and you'll hear me say that often with Hot Toys. Once we get into the realm of $200+ for an action figure, in my opinion, it should always come with at least 2 head scopes. The other issue is that the weapons aren't die cast. That die cast feel adds so much more to the figures. It gives them an extra ingredient of realism. So while the weapons look fantastic in their plastic form, just having something that's die cast doesn't only feel better, you're not worried about something bending or breaking. So after tallying up the scores, this received a Cliff score of 36 out of 60. And here's why. The figure has very poor articulation. The functionality of the figure, in my opinion, is also poor. And for the price tag of $200+, I don't feel that I'm getting the quality that I deserve for this figure. Now, on to if this is a pass or a purchase. That always depends on the collector. So for our collectors who are into toy photography that likes to put our figures in these outstanding and dynamic poses, this is a pass for you. For the collector who wants to put their 1/6 figures in a glass case and just look at them, then this is a purchase. For the collector who's torn between this version of Wonder Woman or the iconic version of Wonder Woman, this is also a pass. For the collector who wants to add realistic looking pieces to their collection, even if they're not a DC fan, this is a purchase. So even with the low scoring, this figure is a purchase for me. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you the next time.